be a sponge, and then bring the juice.
By focusing on your improvement, by focusing on your progress, and eliminating any fixed mindset that you may have and acts of perfectionism, then you encourage your own mastery.
On some level, we do what we want to do 24 hours a day. Now, sometimes it may not seem like that, but if I'm choosing to work instead of sleep, what I'm actually saying is keeping my job is more important than sleeping.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of getting beat. What can I do to get over this hump? So mentally, that's when I kind of put that forefront, like, hey, it's either all or nothing.
I like to put failure in quotations because I don't believe that failure is true failure if you're looking at it with the right mindset.
The truth is, the journey to greatness is hard. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes focus, and every day you have to decide what you value, what you want to pursue, and what you want to achieve. And if you dig deep enough, if you push hard enough, we all have what it takes to be great. Welcome to the Edge of Greatness. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Daily Dose. It is Tuesday, March 7th, and I've been really locked in lately on this idea of individualism when it comes to greatness. I was listening to a conversation the other day with a buddy of mine, Joe Ferraro, and Corey Gregory. And those two are very different people. But while they go about their business in a different way, they are both high achievers. They both want to excel. They both want to create a level of excellence in their life. And it made me realize that no matter who you are or what you want to pursue, do it with you in mind. Do it your way. I've been researching lately what it means to work hard, and there's an interesting thing that happens. So there are high achievers in all kinds of different ways. So let's start with this, for example. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is notoriously known to sleep very little. He gets up at 3:30 in the morning, much like Corey G. He's working out, getting his quiet time, spending his, he does probably two full hours of training a day, and then goes about his business and does all of his things. But he does it by getting up at 3:30 in the morning and getting after it. On the flip side of that, it's been said that Elon Musk doesn't go to bed until 3 a.m. and then wakes up sometime around 9 and then starts his day. Obviously, both are very successful, but they each do it their way. I would imagine that if you take a moment now and you think of the heroes in your life, the people you look up to, those in the fields that you appreciate who have achieved success, greatness, excellence, whatever you want to call it, they all do it in their own unique way. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a blueprint to what it looks like. They're all going to work hard. They're all going to be disciplined. They're all going to have this ability to be resilient. They're going to have the right mindset. Like, there's certain things they're going to do similarly, but they're going to apply those principles in their own way, in their own style. So what I want you to understand is that when you start to try to be like someone else, you try to follow in someone else's footsteps, all you are is a second-tier version of that person. Take what they do and apply it to you. That is where the win happens. Because if you're never going to wake up at 3:30 happy and ready to rock and roll, don't wake up at 3:30. That's ridiculously early. Like, I'm a 5 a.m. guy, and I do pretty good with the 5 a.m. But I wonder sometimes if it wasn't for the fact that I knew that this is my time that I can get work in, would I do it? If I could get the work in at a different time without distraction and without interruption, would I wake up differently? At this point, I don't know. I kind of gotten into this rhythm, and even now when I don't set an alarm, I'm typically waking up 5:45, 5:30. So I don't know. Maybe I've kind of changed who I am a little bit. But we all have certain ways about ourselves. Don't change what makes you you because you think that you have to do it only this way to be successful. Understand the bedrock principle. Understand why they're doing the thing they do and see how you can apply it into your life. That is where the win happens. That's where the money's at. That's where the success starts to fall into place. It was man, I gotta get rid of this cough. But yeah, no, it was an interesting revelation for me. I understand a little bit about the differences in people, but I decided to look deeper after hearing that conversation. I had decided to look deeper as part of a new thing I'm working on. And I think that's an important thing for me to understand too as a coach, is that I can't just hammer home this is how it's done, because I honestly believe that there is no one path. There are many paths to greatness. There are many ways to scale the mountain. You have to choose the path that fits you. If you're not good at bouldering, don't pick the section that you have to boulder. If you're not good at going straight up a vertical cliff face, don't try that section. Walk around and use the other side. Like, we have to start to problem solve to fit what we're good at. And if we do that well, we can apply the principles and we can create our own version that fits who we are. That is what I want you to try to do over the next few weeks as you start to look at what you've been implementing. The things that you add into your life to try to help you become great, do they truly fit who you are? Or were you doing it because so-and-so did it and they're successful? I like the way that they do that, so I'm going to do that. Because some of that works, but if it doesn't fit you, you're beating your head against the wall, and that's not the way you want to do this either. So I hope this one hits you as much as it hit me. I had a good time kind of figuring this one out the other day, and I think it's a fun revelation that can have a big impact. So start looking into the individualism of your success journey. How are the principles truly applying to what you're doing? Not, let's be like The Rock. Let's be like Elon Musk. Let's be like whoever. All right? Go out there and be you. And as always, keep reaching for the stars. Fall flat on your face, but remember, whenever you fall, always get up. Thank you for joining us today on the Edge of Greatness podcast. If you haven't yet, please take a minute now to subscribe and review our show. Join us again next week as we continue to dig deeper into the key components of greatness. The path to greatness is never linear, so remember to keep pursuing greatness no matter what. Keep stretching your abilities, reach for the stars, and fall flat on your face. But remember, no matter what happens, whenever we fall, always get up. Until next time, I'm Charles Schultz, and this was the Edge of Greatness podcast.